Please welcome. He's an amateur barrister. Oh, that's interesting. A barrister is a lawyer, by the way, Jason.
I'm aware of that in England.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
Or I guess maybe in Canada as well. I'm not sure, actually.
You can be a barrister here as well. I mean, you can...
Really?
Well, I mean, you can be one in England, but you're still known as one here.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be practicing.
Sure, but I'm saying that, if someone were to vacation over here...
Okay, a barrister.
A barrister, and you would say,
well, yeah, sure.
What do you do for a living? The person wouldn't have to say, I'm a lawyer because I'm in America.
Of course not. Of course not, but they could not say, I'm a practicing barrister.
Sure, but one can only say they're a practicing barrister when they're actually in the middle of practicing law, and why would they ever say that in the middle of a court case?
No, they could say it if they were home for the night after having done it.
Nope.
I'm a practicing barrister. I did it today, and I'll do it tomorrow.
The minute you clock out, you cannot say it anymore.
I don't think that checks out.
Anyway, we'll ask him all these questions. Please welcome Edmond Carlyle. Hello, Edmond.
Hello, everyone.
It's so great to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
Can you settle this argument that Jason and I are having? Are you a practicing barrister right now, even though you are in the States?
I am a practicing barrister, but that's only because I'm practicing currently. Now.
Oh, you are right now? What are you doing right now?
I'm on a case.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm hot on the case.
Here in Los Angeles?
Yes.
But in the podcast, you're saying you're practicing right now, like right this minute?
Well, I've got my books here.
Oh.
And I've got my papers.
Is being on the show part of your case?
I'm not allowed to say.
Interesting.
Oh, attorney-client privilege or barrister-client privilege.
Yes, I'm not allowed to say.
So are you? Okay. So interestingly, you are like on a case like almost like a detective or something. Like, is part of being a barrister like really figuring out the legal cases?
I know a couple of detectives, by the way, who come by the show every once in a while. You're not like them, are you?
No.
I see. Yes, I see. I didn't make that connection.
Definitely.
You're nothing like them.
Yeah.
No.
Totally different.
And I must remind you, I am amateur. I don't have a license.
Oh, you don't? Okay,
what I do as a trade is I've got a small hobby shop in Essexton in northwest Leicestershire.
Oh, that's a beautiful part of the country.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I've got all types of tin soldiers and lead figurines and remote control.
Priceless items.
These are your hobbies?
Helicopters. What?
These are your hobbies? You have these?
I sell them.
Did you say helicopters?
In a way, I sell dreams to children.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. So that you have a store that does this?
But
I see.
Also an online
Wait a minute, though. So you're using...
This is your story.
In trade, you are giving... How do you trade the tin?
Do you get money for this, is what he's trying to ask?
To be an amateur barrister.
Yeah. Meaning he's doing it in his free time.
Got it. Oh, okay.
This is what he does for a living.
I'm a member of the ABA, the Amateur Barristers Association.
Of course, yep.
Right. As well as the North West Leicestershire Royal Reenactment Brigade.
Oh, wow.
What do you reenact?
Well, anything from the English Civil War to...
All wars, or is it anything that...
There was a nice dinner party in 746.
You reenact that?
Yes, that was between the Chunts family and the Blums.
The Chunts and the Blums.
Chumps and Blums.
So you reenact...
That is like the Hatfields and McCoys of North Westfordshire.
Yes, if you're familiar
with the Chumps and Blums feud of the 700s.
The conversation that was had at the dinner party?
Well, yes, it was quite well known that it was well documented. We still have the papers, the transcripts.
And in those instances, do you usually play Chump or Blum?
I've played both. I've played all the members so far. The only one I haven't played is Toglin, the small dog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yep. Do they usually get dogs for that?
Usually. Although I have a bit of a rivalry with a man in the troupe. He's played the dog a few times, but he's a small...
Oh, that must really make you crazy.
Oh, yes. But he's a small man. He's one of them...
let's not... It's okay.
Smallies.
We get what you mean.
Smallies.
He's a tiny man.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
Got it.
So he's a natural
There's
fit.
not a lot of parts he can play other than the dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. There's plenty of parts he can play. He can play any part he wants.
Well, not realistically.
Oh, boy.
No, it's true. Realism is quite important to a reenactment.
Take to the forums, everybody. Start trying to straighten Scott out on this one. That's so interesting. So how often You're living a life that is so rich. You've got the hobby shop, you've got your amateur barrister stuff going on, you're here on a case, and then you're also doing reenactments.
That must take up all of your time.
Do you do any reenactments of future events?
How would that be a reenactment?
That would just be an enactment.
Wouldn't that be a prophecy of some kind?
Now you're starting to think interestingly. Have you ever thought about enacting prophetic scenes from future events?
I've never thought about it.
What about the Book of Revelations? If you were to
happen.
reenact something from the Book of Revelations, that's a prophecy.
I suppose that's true.
So it would actually not be a reenactment.
It's always a way to branch out. But I mean, I must admit, I don't have all that much more time to bring out more enactments.
Because these three things, the reenactments.
And then there's my sex parties.
Oh, you also have sex parties.
Quite a lot.
Did you attend, host, both?
I host. I'm the Grand Chancellor of the West Coxburg.
You have these in West Coxburg?
Well named.
West Coxburg fuck parties.
Fuck parties. Wow, so you guys leave nothing to the imagination.
You're the Grand Chancellor of the fuck parties.
Yeah.
And what do you like to have sex with?
Anything and everything.
Yeah.
Really. And I do mean that. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is, I'm assuming, because you're having sex with anything, this is an atheist organization?
Quite. It is godless and proud.
So what in a typical sex party, what do you normally have sex with? Whom do you have sex with? What do you have sex with?
I have a follow-up question, but go ahead.
Well, it's hard to say what's typical, really, because each time it's been something different. Of course, the standard guy, girl, trans. But then I've had sex.
Wait, guy, girl, trans.
Trans or trends?
Trans.
So that's a three-way.
Which is itself a trend.
This is a GGT.
It's all of it. And then, of course, I've had sex with a bowl of Jell-O.
Of course.
I've masturbated on a small patch of carpet.
Sure.
That would be a terrible sex party as far as I'm concerned.
How many people are attending? Is it just 4 people?
No, it's a whole squad.
Is it like an Eyes Wide Shut kind of situation, or is it like
masks?
a bunch of gross slobs on treadmills?
I'll tell you, fellows, if you're trying to get a list of names out of me,
No.
it won't happen.
Well, that's okay. We wouldn't know any of them anyway, unless they're celebrities.
Well, describe one. Just describe one of these people you've had sex with.
All right, okay. It's got short hair. He's quite tall. Hosts a podcast. He's got light grey. He wears a lot of light grey with polka dot shirts.
Okay,
wait a minute, I'm looking
Sounds
down.
a lot like Scott Ackerman.
I went to England last year. I certainly didn't participate in any sex parties.
Did you go to any sex parties?
I did go to one party. And
in Coxburg?
In Coxburg, and there was a guy, now that I think about it, there was a guy rubbing up against the carpet, but nothing else unusual happened.
You sure?
I don't think so. I mean...
it's all right if you don't want to say. Hey,
come on, man. You and I.
Is that how this connection was made? Because I was wondering how Edmond found himself here.
Come on, Edmond.
Look, you've
blown up my spot here.
We can stick with the amateur barrister thing.
Yeah, let's just talk about the amateur barrister thing. We don't have to talk about how you and I...
I'm sorry.
Look,
I thought it was a special time.
Well, I was on vacation with. Oh, hey, man!
Hey,
sorry, we didn't know you were here.
Oh no, totally. I just want to know what you guys were talking about. I couldn't hear because you were whispering.
Oh, nothing. He had a case of mistaken identity, and I was saying, "Oh, that's odd that you would have a case of mistaken identity." And we laughed.
Quite often.
We laughed about it.
Yeah, we had a good chuckle.
It was. Mine was sort of like this. Ha 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 ha.
And mine would have been like, oh ho ho.
But we were doing those simultaneously.
If you couldn't hear it.
Yeah. So it was interesting. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show. Let's get back to that amateur barrister stuff. That's a wealthy mine.
Yes.
Wealthy vein. Wealthy...
A vein?
Vein.
Of gold?
Of gold,
like
yeah.
Like a veiny cock.
This is like a... Look.
Do you like varicose veins on your women?
If
like
they have them,
if a sturdy woman has some varicose veins, I think that's fine. But I mean, like, get her on the treadmill, work them off. I'd like to, and sometimes I'll just fuck the varicose veins right off abroad. Just like bingo bango, it's out of
just
there.
Like Back to the Future, they disappear.
Yep, just fades out like the picture in Back to the Future.
So what are you doing in America other than this case?
Oh yeah,
are you having anything fun?
Well, I'm going to the beach a lot here in Los Angeles, getting some sun.
Do you do any fuck partying while you're here in LA?
Oh, yes, naturally.
Yeah.
I've been to a few. I went to an Alice in Chains fuck party.
Is this the band Alice in Chains, or is this someone named Alice in Chains?
That's what I was going to ask.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know, she's quite famous in England. Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains.
Yes.
How do you spell her last name?
CHAYNZ.
Z.
Yeah.
Okay, you are from England. Okay,
Yeah,
I was going to
you
say.
really nailed it.
I was sort of not really buying it for a minute, but then you said Z. So
Well,
I'm back
she's
on
a
board.
YouTuber.
Oh, she is.
Oh, okay.
I love YouTube stars.
Oh, you
Oh,
do?
yeah.
Is that what you look at for fun?
Yes.
Who's your favorite?
Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, of course. Who's
then
that
I
one who
like-
does Dear Fat People? That's so funny.
Oh, it's quite.
I don't know what that
it's
is.
very funny. I like Rodney Positive. I like Teen Gentleman.
Jenna Marbles? What about Jenna Marbles?
By the way,
Jenna
these could
Marbles.
all be real things, and I would not know. That's the world we're living in.
Yep. Look, you can't know everything in the world.
Rodney Positive, like that might be a real person.
I imagine it is.
I hope it is.
You must assume that it is.
But what when you are here in LA, what is have you seen any sights? Have you gone to any place interesting?
I went to the observatory.
Oh, yeah.
the Griffith Observatory.
Yes, and I went there and I said, could I borrow the telescope for a minute?
Did they let you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I pointed it down to downtown Los Angeles on one of the buildings.
The big giant telescope that they used to look up into Mars and all that? You
Yes.
pointed that down into Los Angeles?
Yes.
Wow.
I saw in a building, I saw a young boy getting scolded.
Okay.
Oh.
This is interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so
Was this part of your case?
I can't say.
Oh, interesting. That's a smart move. To spy on somebody, to use a giant telescope from miles away.
So this is downtown? This is somewhere in downtown.
Somewhere in downtown.
A little boy's getting scolded. By whom? By whom?
By an older woman.
An older woman.
She was wearing.
This sounds like Don't Stand So Close to Me by the Police.
Young teacher.
She was wearing a dress, and she had her hair up.
Okay.
And she-
And are you an amateur lip reader as well?
I am.
You are. So what was she saying?
She said, "Don't play with the water heater.
Oh, wow.
Playing with the water heater."
Stop playing with the water here. What do you think that means?
Well, I did see that in the background there was a water heater.
Okay.
She must have been mucking around with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is interesting.
Oh, wow.
So,
Quite.
so then,
Quite.
Then
How long
what-
did-
how did she punish him?
Well, she wagged a finger and then he held his head down. He didn't hold it down.
but his head was down,
His head was
ashamed,
down,
in an ashamed stance.
And then they both put their coats on and they walked out. So
Really?
I think he just sort of had a talking to and
Yeah.
then that was that. And then they went out and had the day together.
Oh, wow.
Did you follow them out the building and watch them?
The man at the observatory said that's a time.
That's your time. So they let anyone borrow that telescope?
Yeah,
for-
don't you know? You just got to ask. You just
And
You
Did
almost
you-
said ask, by the way,
yeah,
and not ask.
It's true. It's true.
So how long was your time? How long did you have it?
It ended up being about 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
First, good 10 seconds was finding what I wanted to look for.
Okay, so 10 seconds looking for it, 30 seconds watching it.
They've got these big cranks, and you've got to,
Manually,
manually
yeah.
crank them around.
Right, yeah.
So it took a bit for the telescope to get there.
10 seconds, you said?
Do you want the play-by-play?
Yeah, I wouldn't
It's
mind
not
it,
that
Jason.
well
do you mind?
documented.
Yeah.
10 seconds to get the telescope around.
Yeah.
Hold on, I've got it in my books.
Okay, yeah. Oh my God, that is a giant
Oh,
book.
wow. Like it's a legend.
Have you written down everything you've ever done in your life here?
Barrister must always
Oh, right.
document his actions.
See, it is
Oh,
part of
wow.
the case.
Look at this.
Right, at 3:04 and 5 seconds, I had the control of the telescope.
Okay.
And 3:04 and 17 seconds, I found the building I was looking for. And then at 3:04, 49 seconds, I was told to give up the control of the telescope.
Okay.
32 seconds just watching it. Wow.
Yes, and then at 3:05 and 1 second, I saw a small girl take a shit in the corner of the observatory.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's
Wow,
like
if you-
another mystery.
I don't want to be on that case, I'll tell you
Well,
that.
if they hadn't taken that telescope away from you, you would have missed that.
Yes.
You would have maybe seen the effects of it, smelled the smell.
It's true, but I didn't need to see all the poo
Right.
come out.
That is a giant book. Let me. Can
Do
I ask
people
you?
ever want to do like poo stuff and pee stuff at the fuck parties?
It's almost mandatory.
Oh, almost. It's an unwritten rule.
Almost mandatory. How does that work out?
Well, I don't.
No one's ever not done it.
Yeah.
You haven't had to.
Yeah.
You're not going to
Make a
make any.
rule,
You're not going
yeah.
to make anybody, but it's going to get done.
I haven't had to ask. I've said. I have one time have to come up to someone and said, I noticed you haven't defecated or urinated anywhere. Would you like to maybe join in the fun?
Oh, so everybody else was doing it for sure.
Yes, and it turns out it was a good thing I came up to him because he said, "Oh, I didn't know if now was the time." I said,
Right.
"Of course it is.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at everyone else. We're all
It
doing
sounds
it."
like a very supportive environment.
Oh, it's very positive.
Can I ask you this? I wanted to ask this earlier when we were having this conversation. Does a reenactment ever lead to a period-specific fuck party?
It's mainly why we do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say,
'Cause
this
there's
dinner
no-
party one doesn't sound that interesting.
There's no better way to get over the British Civil War than by fucking the people that
having-
you've been fighting all day.
Then having
Yeah.
the Roundheads and the Royalists go at it fuck style.
This dinner party one with the little person playing the dog, does he get fucked a lot?
It's mainly why we changed from dog to Smalley, just
okay.
to make it less weird for the people who
Who
weren't into
have
that,
to have
yeah.
sex with it? Yeah.
Yeah, because you do have to.
I've noticed this book, you've written down, I'm sort of flipping through it here,
Sure.
you've written down almost everything that's ever happened to you in your life to the
Yes.
second.
Yes, there's a lot there.
This is incredible. I mean, you can basically look back on your entire life and see, everything that's made you the person that you
But
are.
it also begs the question, if you are constantly reporting the events of your life, are you living them?
I guess it asks that, but I think what's maybe more fun is actually like reading some of this stuff.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Here we go.
Here we go.
Have a look.
All right. Well, I mean,
There's a lot
There's
of
a
putting
lot here.
marmalade on
And
toast.
remember, all of the dates and times are going to be British.
Yeah, exactly.
we have our own time system.
Well, I mean, it's exactly what everyone else's time system is. It's just
Well, we're about 7 hours
7
ahead.
hours
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't think I have to
gonna have to
necessarily
address that. You're gonna
adjust.
have to address
I have to
that.
adjust it in my head.
Just mentally. So you know.
I can just read what's on the paper here. I don't have to adjust it 7
Yes,
hours
gra-
so that we can relate to it.
Granted,
Do we?
3 p.m. will still be 3 p.m. at the time, but just so
Sure.
everyone knows.
I will have to say that it is actually more like 8 a.m. where we are.
Just make sure people know.
Okay. All right.
Because before I was reading Times from here in LA, and people that was a given.
All right.
Right.
Well, let me go back to the very beginning. Let me go back to the first page. So, I mean,
Sure.
Oh my God. This is, how old of a man are you, by the way?
I'm 18.
So,
Which is the way that British people say 18.
right.
I am 18 years old.
Well, I did
So-
not see that coming.
Yeah, I've put on a few years in my face.
I
Yeah.
did not. You
I was gonna say.
conservatively look
Do you put
37 years old.
do you put fake gray in your beard, by the way?
No, it's just been a real. I may seem like a happy-go-lucky guy. Now.
You do.
It's just been a while to get here.
Yeah.
Emotionally speaking.
Okay. Well,
You've had a hard life.
Well, I think Scott's going to read.
Yeah,
some of
Yeah.
it.
well, let me. The first entry here is actually September 3rd, 1998,
Yes.
and we have 4:01 p.m. and 20 seconds, which I guess would be 10:01 p.m. and 20 seconds
Great.
for our time. Do I really have to
Now we
adjust
know.
this all
Now
the
we
time
know.
here in California?
Listeners, now we know. And make sure at home, wherever you are, you're adjusting Scott's information for the time zone
the
that you're
time
in.
where you are. So if you're in Chicago,
Yep. Or if
we're
you're
actually
in
talking more like
Boston, or if you're in, I don't know, Australia.
Iceland.
Iceland, sure, yeah.
Let's just
You could be
other
anywhere.
places.
Do you think you have any listeners from Iceland?
I
bet.
would imagine, yeah. I mean,
I bet if you're from Iceland, write in on the forums and
Let us know.
Let us know.
If you're from Reykjavik.
And let me
I've had
know-
a couple of good fuck parties in Reykjavik.
Really?
Oh, yes.
And definitely for sure, if you're from Iceland and you're posting on the boards, include a post from whatever dumb band you're in.
yeah, of course.
Because every single person in Iceland is in a band.
And there's a lot of strongmen there.
Oh, really?
Ever since...
Strongmen, meaning professionally strong?
Yes, because they had quite a famous one called Magnus for Magnusson. And
Oh,
he was
yeah.
quite a bit strong. A bit strong. And
Didn't he win the strongest man in the world competition?
many times.
Yeah.
And so now there's a big culture of these
Strong men who
large-
think just because I'm from Iceland, I can be a strong man
Well,
too?
they're the closest language and culture to real Vikings.
Oh, okay.
So it's a bit scary.
I went to an improv festival once and there was a team from
What
Iceland.
a nerd.
I know, total nerd.
You think this guy's a nerd?
Says the recreator
I-
of 8th century dinner parties.
What a dweebazoid.
All right, let me read this. Let me read
At
this.
least my little party's ending
I'm-
raw.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, no,
I don't think any of your improv festivals are ending in everyone
What I
having
was gonna-
sex or anyone having
That's
sex.
not true, but I will say that the team from Iceland, like to me, appeared to be like a team of Vikings. They were hard drinking, loud partying, just rowdy. I really enjoyed them. They were very funny, and there was like 16 of them.
All right, let me read this. September 3rd, 4:01 p.m. in 20 seconds. I am born.
Yeah.
Just one sentence. I am born.
Yeah.
Wow, that was your birthday.
Yeah, I came out very well ahead in terms of reading and writing.
Right, right. Wow. So
That's
you're
amazing.
You're going to
Yeah.
turn 19
Couple months.
in a couple months. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
September.
Wow. So did you write this the minute you got out there? You just
Yeah.
wrote
To
I
be
am
a barrister at this young an age is almost impossible. Is that why you're an amateur?
Yes. I'm studying for my barrister's exam, my exams.
So being an amateur barrister is on your way to being a barrister. It is not like a consolation prize for not getting to be a
Yes,
barrister.
there are ranks.
Yep.
There's neophyte, amateur, there's journeyman,
Is there professional? Do you ever get to go pro?
there's master and grandmaster.
Okay. Wow.
There's no professional, really.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
still paid even as an amateur, but
Of course.
it's just my ranking.
Okay, I see. I get this, I think. Let me flip through the book.
I wrote that with my embryonic fluid.
You did.
Oh, wow.
As you can see, it sort of looks a
Let me
bit...
taste it here.
Oh, don't do that.
That's a
What
little
are you
salty.
doing?
That's
What
Very
are you doing?
strange.
Don't.
Very strange.
What a strange... Yeah, why would that
I hope
be
there's
your...
nothing else in the book that one could taste.
Oh, there's quite a lot.
Let me flip ahead to let's look at one of the more recent ones. Okay, this
Sure,
is all the way at the end of the book. This is June 17th, 2016. Oh wow, this is just a couple of days ago. 6:31 a.m., which okay, what would that be? Wait, you were ostensibly you were here in California though.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so it's 6:31 a.m. here as well.
Yeah.
Should we adjust it for England though?
Yep.
Just in case.
Okay.
Just
that'd
for our listeners in the UK.
so that'd be 1:31, I would imagine there
No,
in the
I think
UK.
it's 11.
6 plus 7.
No, that's
I
one.
believe it's 1:31.
Okay,
yeah.
I was never good at math.
You're a dumb shit.
He's 18 years old.
Oh, that's
just
true.
remember-
When do you learn math?
Later.
19?
Yeah.
Really?
No, in England you learn maths at 37 years
Oh,
old.
okay. This appears to be in a strange fluid. And
It's all written in fluids.
well, I mean, everything is, I
Yeah.
think. I mean, other than graphite, I guess, when it's a pencil.
Well, is that not just the fluid of the pencil? Is graphite not just pencil ejaculate?
I
I mean, if you
I never
handle
thought
it,
about it
if you
that way.
handle it correctly,
If you handle anything correctly, you can make
It
it,
can be
come.
a-
you can make
I've always said that.
Why have you been stroking my finger this entire interview, by
You'll
the way?
see.
Okay, well, we'll see. This is written in like a dark fluid.
Yes.
And it just says, I am the god of death. I have enacted everything that I hope to enact here in the States. I have enacted my revenge. They are dead. They are all dead.
Oh yeah, I was talking. That's okay. That's written in my shit, and I'm referring.
Did
to
you-
Wait, hold on.
And I'm referring to the.
Again, salty.
I'm referring to the turds that I put out my butthole. So they're all dead because I flushed them and they're gone.
Wait, you flushed them, but then what are you writing it in?
Before
you flushed it, you took a little scoop?
Yeah.
Took a little
And
scoop.
do you put the little scoop on your finger, or do you like have like some sort of writing implement that you use to like scoop it up?
I normally do, but
Yeah.
at the bathroom I didn't bring it with me because I think that's disgusting.
Of course.
Bringing a writing implement into the bathroom with you?
I try not to do a lot of writing while I'm on the toilet.
Sure.
But I finally got them out. I finally flushed them
Finally,
down.
how long did that? How long that? Take?
Those little turds were in there for about 10 years.
What?
Wait, 10
years?
Yeah, it was,
Did you age test them?
I just know that you know when you
just
haven't
know
pooped,
when you got
you
a
haven't had
couple
a
rattling around in there.
you haven't had a movement about
No,
10 years.
why 10 years between bowel movements?
I don't know. As I say, I've had a lot of things happen to me. One time when I was 8 years old,
Nothing's ever scared the shit out of you?
I got scared really bad, and my colon just clenched up.
Oh,
And I
it just
haven't-
tightened up
Yes.
But like you have been, I'm assuming, eating for the last 10
Yeah.
years. So it's just been like piling up?
Yeah.
Or do you only eat what you need in order to sustain yourself so there's no waste? Have you been able to balance that out?
I eat. I mean, I drink rainwater.
Sure.
And I eat
Birdseed?
birdseed. Yes. And
So there's not enough to make waste. So those
Yeah.
little poos that have been rattling around
What I like-
for 10 years since you were 8 years old.
I like to take. You get a Pop-Tart.
Yep.
Pop-Tart, and
Sure.
you scrape off the little bits of icing.
Yeah.
Sure.
I eat that.
You eat the icing or you eat the thing that has been
do you
scraped
eat
off?
that and rainwater?
Yeah. I scrape off the little icing shavings. And that's a pretty
So like,
nice
but here
treat
in
for me.
LA, like we have like all this great like sushi or Mexican food or stuff that is so like particular to Southern California. Have you been going out and experimenting with any of that kind of food?
Can you
or-
try to consolidate that question? Can you just say, hey, have you eaten anything else? God, listen to the way that rambled on.
I'm still good with it. I'm still good with it.
Well, I will say it's a bit. I'm in a bit of a transitional period.
Well,
in
yeah,
life
you
because
just shit 2 days ago.
I just had a movement, so I am contemplating. But
You're thinking
know,
about eating again.
Yes,
And
but if
you better
anything,
not get scared
If
again.
anything spooks me,
All
no
right.
way.
Well, I don't think anything's going to spook you while you're here, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a break.
Yeah.
Nothing scary is going to happen, certainly, while we take a break.
Can't
And,
imagine.
When we come back, we'll have more with Edmond Carlyle and Jason Mantzoukas after this. Comedy Bang Bang. We're back here with Jason Mantzoukas.
Welcome back to Comedy Bang Bang. I'm here with my co-host Scott Ackerman.
Don't think so. The Hainong Mantzoukas himself,
We're getting
Jason.
still a lot of Hainong mans.
Yeah,
a lot
of
of
course.
Hainong mans out in the world.
And of course, we have. He's not a Hainong man yet, but
I
he
don't
could
know
be.
what a Hainong man
You could be an
is.
unofficial Hainong man if you like. We have Edmond Carlyle here, an amateur barrister and professional sex partyist.
Yes.
Yep. And also a reenactor of great British events.
Yes. and-
From wars to dinner parties.
Yes, and owner of a hobby shop.
A hobby shop,
right.
yes.
At the mere age of 18.
Yeah.
An impressive life.
Did you inherit
documented?
this?
What?
Did you inherit this hobby shop, or
I
did-
built it. I built it with my bare hands.
You built the shop,
Yes.
so you're sort of in construction as well.
Yes, you could say it's not built very well.
Oh.
But it does stand.
Got
Wait a
it.
minute. So
Okay, great.
So it's almost like you're an amateur builder, and it's like a makeshift lean-to or something.
I circumnavigated due to my studies as a barrister. I circumnavigated a bit of the regulational law
Okay, it's not up to code. In other words,
in some ways.
why are you looking at us like that?
You know what I mean?
No, you're trying to hint very strongly at something, and I don't know.
It
exactly
sounds
what
like it's a very rickety, unsafe structure that you've just barely, because of legal knowledge, been able to get away with legally keeping open.
You could say that.
Why did you even want to start a hobby shop? Is that a passion of yours?
It's where the money is.
Oh,
Hobby shop?
Yes. I make a lot of money. A lot of pounds sterling.
okay. How much?
Okay, well,
I get paid in gold.
Okay,
I only do business in bullion.
oh, really?
Yes.
okay.
And so far, I don't have the exact currency number for you, but I've got it in tonnage.
Okay.
Okay, how many tons of gold? Yeah.
I've got about 450 tons of gold.
450 tons?
That is quite. Wait.
A ton is 2,000 pounds.
From just the hobby shop?
Yes. Yes. Well, and cover charge at my sex parties.
Oh,
Well, how much is that?
Are you combining it?
Well, it's
Even
all under
still,
the same.
what's the more?
It's all under the same LLC.
Yeah, okay,
and
so
what's
wait.
that company called?
Miniatures and cocks.
Okay. I don't think a lot of the people at the sex party want those two things side by side. Speaking of side by sides, though, you ever get a side by side?
I bet there's definitely been a side by side at one of those parties.
Naturally.
Oh,
we do
of course,
side by sides, fronts to backs.
F
You
to
do
Bs?
fronts to backs, really?
F to B's?
That's a piece.
Not B's to F's though.
Oh, yes.
Back to front?
And
That's
back-
dangerous.
and back to backs.
Somebody's going to get a yeast infection.
Top to downs, bottoms to rounds.
Yep.
Actually, I wonder if you know a side by side that we know. Who's that famous? Who's that side by side that we?
I'm not going to remember. Can I ask you this?
Yes.
Which rather is more lucrative for you?
Chip Gardner.
Oh, Chip Gardner.
Chip Gardner was a side by side,
yeah,
wasn't he?
he was.
Yeah. Do you know Chip Gardner? Has he ever come across the pond? As
He
they
was
say?
honorary mayor of New York of Hollywood. rather.
Yeah.
What does he look like again?
He has blonde hair,
Glasses. He
wears a brown coat.
Oh, yeah, Chip Gardner. Yeah.
Yeah, Chip Gardner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've had him.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
yeah.
Great at fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine. Well, he's got both things.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a true side by side.
Yeah.
How much money are you pulling in for each? That's what I'm wondering. Like, is the hobby shop
Oh no, the
Four-
sex parties are what's paying for his
400
lifestyle.
tons of gold?
Yeah. No, you must. Do you blackmail all the people who are in these sex parties as well?
No, it's all above board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like about England. It's such a repressed kind
Polite.
of class-based polite system, but everybody's just fucking each other's brains out.
Yes.
You know, and like guilt-free, no shame, no nothing.
Yes.
Do you have guilt, or is there no guilt about it?
Only for the men I've slain.
Okay.
Slain.
Slain.
So maybe what you meant to
is
say
that a
is
slang word for sex?
no.
in
What
the
obviously,
UK?
Jason, what he meant to say was men I've lain with.
Yeah. In a way.
Wait, did you mean slain? Do you know what that word means? You're an 18-year-old boy. Maybe you don't know what that word
No,
means.
I mean, there are men that part of the whole thing for them is to be
Ritualistically murdered?
Gently murdered.
Gently?
As you would like a goat you really like. And you have to eat it, but you
But
don't
I just want to make sure for listeners, this is a consensual murder.
Naturally.
Okay.
No, I'm not walking around killing people willy-nilly.
Not willy-nilly.
No, but I've got a conscience.
Willy-nilly did just turn up dead.
Yeah, by the way, do you know anything about his murder?
I don't know.
Resident of Cockburn, unsolved murder.
I don't know anything about
William Nilly.
William Nilliam.
Willy-nilly.
Our good friend William Nilliam was missing.
And I am very upset that his murder is going unsolved, but this is interesting that what you're saying.
Yes, but I don't know. I never really ran into him all that much. He kept to himself.
Okay.
William Nilliam.
How do you murder these people? I mean,
I've only murdered 2 men, so it's not as if I'm rampant.
okay.
But they do these 2
But
both.
you are in the double digits in the sense of like, you know, if
2
you're,
is not
I'm
double.
no,
assuming-
if you're doing it like with little slices.
Like the little Roman numerals.
I'm assuming you've done it in a way. I'm assuming you've done it in a way that you
You're
know
in
that you
triple
won't be
digits if you've
legal.
done 3.
You won't be legally implicated. I'm assuming you've done it in a way
They
with
had
your
their
barrister's
forms.
knowledge.
Yeah, they had their forms filled out by the.
Oh yeah.
By the amateur barrister himself.
Well, yes. Well, I mean, they needed help. There's a lot of legal navigation.
Wait a minute. Are you
Remember that case of the guy and these 2 guys found each other on the internet, and one guy wanted to eat a man and one guy wanted to be eaten.
and they found each other.
They
yeah.
found each other. They got together. They cut the man's penis off.
Yes.
They cooked it up, and then they both ate some of the penis.
Yes.
Wait, but the guy who wanted to be eaten ate his part of his
He
penis?
tried his own
He was
penis
like,
as
this
well.
looks too good.
Yeah.
I've got to have some.
I wonder if you could make that come.
Interesting.
I'm telling you, Scott, you can make anything
Interesting.
come. With a little bit of sauce.
So you drew up these contracts?
Well, yes.
And
Well, there are forms.
with you of power of barrister or power of attorney, did you sign them for the person?
Well, yes. There's a 221 subsection 4 form that you've
Can I
got
talk to
fill
Jason
out.
here for a second? Do you mind taking off your headphones? And
Yeah, I'll be here.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's up, bro?
This
guy's
made
cool as shit.
No, he's
Right?
not.
Cool as shit. I love this guy.
You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick
He's
a pocket
singing from
or two.
Oliver.
Yeah.
What is he? Why is he
Which I
singing
feel
Bill
like-
Sykes' song from Oliver?
Which I feel like, by the way, you would love.
You got to pick
This
a
guy's like
pocket
right
or
up your
two.
alley.
Jason, I'm worried that he's going to try to convince you to
Go to a fuck party?
go to a fuck party and
Consider
then
yourself
be murdered, and he's going to fill out all of the paperwork on your
Why
behalf
would I wanna
just
be
because he wants to be
murdered?
murdered.
Why would I want to be murdered?
Consider yourself.
You wouldn't want to be murdered. I'm saying he's covering it up by making these legal binding documents that he signs from power of attorney.
Scott, don't worry. I can take care of myself.
Okay.
We've only here just made a new best friend.
Okay, I
Who
don't know. I worry about
I
you.
am only suspicious may have killed willy-nilly.
House. Oh, consider yourself.
I kind of want to hear the rest of the song.
Yeah.
Let's just
great.
pretend we're talking and hear the rest.
Papa, that's how it goes. Papa, anyone knows. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey.
Are you done talking?
Wait, were you listening to us, bro?
I just saw you silently looking
We
at me.
should have
that's
moved our
all.
mouths. We should have moved our mouths.
He's listening to us
silently.
like we were on a treadmill or something.
Oh, that's it.
I don't know.
Hey, we were just talking. I know that you and Jason are really hitting it off here.
Yeah. If you do want to come by any of my parties,
I would love to come by a party. It sounds fun,
And-
and
well-
interesting. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to poop or pee.
That's okay.
That's not my bag.
It's only
you know?
if the evening goes there, really.
Sure,
and how
but
often does it go there?
You did say it goes there every
100%
evening.
of the time, yeah. But you can also do that privately. You can do it in the loo.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh
that's
wait, you're allowing people to go to the bathroom in the actual bathroom in these sex
As a
parties?
man who's really had a lot of trouble doing that,
Yeah, you understand it.
I want to make sure that everyone does do it.
Okay. Wait, so you're just trying to clean out the system
I just want to
during
make sure
these sex
everyone's
parties.
healthy. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and if it happens on someone, all
That's
the better.
cool. Yeah.
Okay. So is there any sort of papers that Jason needs to sign
Wait,
in
now
order
you're
to...
trying again. Wait. Okay. So can I talk to you for a second?
Okay, yeah.
Edmond, can you just take your headphones off?
Do you want to sing a different song?
Yeah, sure.
Hey man.
Hey, what's up?
The thing you said you were nervous about is exactly what you're trying to get
I
him
just
to
want to
do.
make sure you're legally covered.
I don't want to sign any papers because then he'll kill me. That's
That's
all I have to do is not
You
sign the
convinced me.
papers.
He's not going to kill you.
I don't
This
think
guy
he is,
seems
but
chill.
so that means I don't want to sign any papers because he only kills the people that sign the papers.
But you want to be legally
You're trying
protected.
to kill me. Wait, yeah, you
Look.
know what this is about? You know what, Edmund? Put those back on.
What?
You know what this is about?
What is this
This is
about?
about the fact that you want me dead before you die, so that I don't inherit the kingdom.
Okay.
This
Well.
is. You know what this is? This is. Oh, this is.
Did you guys go halvesies on a kingdom?
This is why
It's
you
not
invited this
halfsies.
guy.
I have holesies until
I'm
I die.
sitting here wondering, why did you invite this guy to do the show? Here we are. This is your setup. Your setup is here's this random guy. Uh-oh, he's a murderer. Uh-oh, sign these forms. Because we have a deal. A verbal deal. A
is
binding
ridiculous.
oral contract that we
Don't
have.
listen to this guy, Edmond.
Wherein, when Scott dies, very soon, I will inherit Comedy Bang Bang the podcast, Comedy Bang Bang the TV show, and The Widow Kulop.
This
Will
is
all
ridiculous.
become mine.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
this
that's
deal,
quite
but
a deal.
that's not going to happen. Look, I mean, it's not like I met Edmond at a sex party this last summer when I was in England and noticed that he had this thing where he would murder people, and then worked out some way to make him a fake guest on my real talk show so that he would invite you to a sex party, knowing a sex party would lure you over to England, wherein he would murder you. It's not like that,
Oh, okay.
right?
I actually am legally obligated to tell the truth.
But you also
As an amateur barrister.
We have barrister client privilege as well.
Yes.
So which side are you going to land on?
This, as an amateur barrister, I never thought I would be put in this position.
And we'll find out when we come back.
No, we're not taking
We're
another
going to a break.
No, we're not.
This has been Comedy Bang
No,
Bang.
we're not.
What's
No,
that?
we don't have to take a break.
Oh.
This is our last segment.
Edmund, please continue.
Well, it reminds me of a story.
Oh, I'd love to hear the entirety of it.
Are you okay?
Start at the beginning, end at the end.
I don't feel well.
Oh,
You don't feel well.
I don't.
Oh, no.
I feel lightheaded.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did you write the story in your ledger?
Yeah.
Scott, you can read it.
Here you go. Let me pass that right over to Jado.
Oh,
there
no,
you go.
I can't read.
There you go.
You know I can't read British.
All you have to do is add 7 hours.
I can't do any of that. Oh, we need Danny
Mahoney?
Danny Mahoney here. He's a good
The
reader.
limerick guy? Yeah, that would be good. Here, I'm passing you back over here to Edmond. There you are. This is your book. It's your property. You belong.
Yeah, I'll put it back in my bag. Look, guys, the point is, if you've got contention here, we can settle it in court. We can talk to the magistrate.
We can have a court scene right here?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to be the adjudicator?
Yep.
Yeah, I will.
Because you have legal...
I'm the only one with legal powers.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Should we present our cases?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wait. Order. Okay, now we've got order.
That's typical judge stuff.
Do you want
This
to
is
tell?
exciting.
Do you want to tell the truth, Scott?
If I say no, do I have to?
Nope.
Then no, I don't want to tell the truth.
Okay, and Jason, do you want to tell the truth?
Yes, I will.
Okay, noted. I'm just going to write that down.
Cool.
Jason wants to tell the truth.
Now, what liquid are you writing that in?
I can't say on air.
Wait, we've said some...
What must that be?
Yeah,
What must that be?
you don't want to incriminate yourself?
Let's just say it's something from a very famous individual. It's worth a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just say it's an athlete who's got a lot of money pending on this cum.
On his cum?
On his cum? Is it Hulk Hogan?
Yes, it's Hulk Hogan's jizz.
He has money pending
You're
on his
writing
cum.
in jizz. What's interesting about that is that it's a white liquid.
Yeah, but I've got a UV light here.
Oh, wow,
Okay,
that's
great.
cool. Got it.
Yeah, let's turn out all the lights and just turn on that UV light.
Why? You know what's happening. I'm just recording what will happen.
Okay.
I mean, there are other things in here written by Hulk Hogan's cum. I've got a direct supply.
Let's turn out the lights and turn on the UV light.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought we were doing courtroom.
Oh my God.
So many unfinished
Look at
threads.
Look at all of this written in Hulk Hogan's cum.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh
There's a
my!
lot.
What is that? That says that's from a
just-
couple of weeks ago. Hulkamania running wild.
Yeah, that's just, this is a reminder, pick up some vegan meatballs.
Why do that in his cum? Just use a pen. You don't have to hide
It's
it.
all I had lying around. I can afford it. 400 tons of gold.
And you just put it into a fountain pen like
Wait,
that.
is that the cum?
Yeah, I've got
is that
a fountain
the cum from the sex tape?
Yes,
That
I
must
was
have been
there.
expensive.
I was there
You were
between
there.
the sheets.
Wait,
You're like a Zelig of sex. You were just like present at all the major sex. Were you there when Ray J and Kim Kardashian had sex?
Yeah, I was having a laugh in the closet.
Are you having a laugh? And and was that for reenactment purposes, so you could know how to reenact it?
They just wanted to make sure there was a legal overview of what was going on.
Okay, let's turn the lights back on.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've got noted. Jason wants to. Scott doesn't
don't want to,
Now, what is the argument of the defense?
who's the defense, by the way? I'm not quite sure.
Flip a coin here.
Good question. Yeah.
Heads.
I'll be Scott.
Oh, okay.
Scott is the defense, so that means okay.
That
got
you're
it.
okay.
Yep.
So you're prosecuting me, which means that you have an argument against me.
Yes.
So what is your argument?
But in English court, the defense goes.
The defense goes first. Well, I don't know what his argument is, but this dude's crazy.
Okay.
He's not to be trusted. He's a known liar and braggart. And
yes, but I'd like to remind the court that you have elected to lie.
yes, I have elected to lie. No one likes this guy over here.
Okay.
And he's not popular and not famous.
Now, Jason, as a prosecution, what would you like to say?
This is what I would like to say. I find myself in a position that so many do today.
Yeah.
Trying to do the best that we can for ourselves, for our friends, for our country. And I
Scott,
exist
please,
in a world.
Please, when he's talking, it's important.
I exist. Do not play me off. I exist in a world where when I give my word to someone
Scott,
to take
please.
over their empire and the lovemaking duties to their wife,
Yes.
when they die, I mean that as a binding promise, whether I want it or not. Whether I think it would be.
It's hard not to want it, though.
You and me agree on that, of course.
Oh, I mean, oof.
But when this person
Scott, please.
plots against my health and well-being via a guest on a podcast with murderous intentions, I cannot sit idly by and just take that, because we are going to make America great again. Okay? Thank you.
Okay.
The prosecution rests.
Okay.
Okay, well, you've heard our cases.
Yeah, I've
No,
got
those are just opening statements.
I've got a verdict.
Okay.
And we'll
This
hear
guy's
it
good.
when we come back
We
from
don't
this
have to
break.
take another break. No.
You're listening to Comedy Bang Bang.
No, you're still
Talking
listening.
Tang, Drippin' Milk.
Not dripping milk at all. Are you lactating?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
are?
Yeah.
Wait, this is an episode
This
of
is an
Drippin'
episode
Milk.
of Drippin' Milk.
I'm a wet nurse for about 4 orphans.
Oh my...
Forfins?
Italian orphans.
Is that why you were singing you
Yeah.
got to pick a pocket or two?
Yeah.
I was wondering, I thought you were just really sweaty.
No, it's all coming out my nips.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
What
That's-
is your
that's
verdict?
the good stuff
My
right
verdict is...
I'm on pins and needles.
Well, the contract I had for Jason wasn't necessarily to kill him. It was to make sure I got a bit of his essence so that I could give it to Scott so he could make sure you were around to take his empire. So that's the truth.
there. Interesting.
It turns out he really loves you.
Oh, wow.
I love you, man.
I love you too, buddy.
So, who's guilty?
I am. Of being too cool.
Whoa.
I never...
dudes. Goodbye.
Whoa!
Later,
he
dude.
just
Goodbye.
skateboarded off.
He took off, man.
Whoa!
That guy was cool.
Cowabunga.
Oh, he came back to say cowabunga.
That guy is
Wow.
so cool.